Try it. Look at this one.
Clue. This is actually connected to the story we just finished telling. You should tell them about it.
No, you should tell them about it.
I think it's Jane Fonda's best performance. She's so arresting in it. This was a really big inspiration in its lighting design for A Murder at the End of the World, which we just finished making for FX. I love Pakula so much because I feel like he's one of the few filmmakers that there's no ego.
Oh, you can put it in the bag.
Oh, I can take it.
I'm going to take one too. No, say what you were saying about Pakula.
Just that I admire him because I don't ever feel like his ego is involved in the filmmaking. I feel like he is using exactly the shots that need to be there to communicate the story correctly. And there's something very, very effortless about that.
Time Bandits. So
I haven't seen this.
Okay, well, this is an interesting film. When I was a kid, my grandmother had just died, and my mom and dad were very sad. I was sad too, but I was doing what I did when I felt sad, which was I was watching TV in the hotel. And this movie, like when you're a kid, and in the old days, you would flip channels, and this movie showed up, and it was 3/4 of the way in, and this movie blew my mind.
What was it about it that moved you so much?
The freedom in the storytelling. It's not limited by anything. And of course, time travel.
Okay, so I need one too. So I need to catch up with your childhood. Oh!
What are you seeing? Blood Simple?
Yeah.
Let me get it for you.
Oh my God. Frances McDormand. If you have not seen this movie, her performance in this, at how old was she when she did this? Really exciting also to see something that's not made for an enormous budget, but feels big.
One of the things that we always use this film as a reference for is there's a wall of photographs in Blood Simple, and all the photographs are real 35 millimeter prints they must have taken. And so whenever we make a movie these days, we say we've got to take real 35 millimeter photographs.
We actually show the scene where the 35 millimeter photographs are on the wall to our collaborators. And we're like, it has to feel this real, because there's something about when people are captured in film grain and you took the time to shoot it in a real location and then develop it and then print it.
And it's not photoshopped.
And then put it on a wall. And then when the camera's passing over that, you completely believe in the history of the characters and the world that led up to this moment.
Oh, Brit. Double Life.
Oh, wow.
So my parents showed me the Double Life. Maybe I was 13. They showed me the Double Life, and I was blown away. And I was really drawn to a female lead, to the metaphysical aspects, but also the groundedness and the beauty. It's so beautiful.
And then, though, we would write something and call Irene Jacob and be like, do you want to come play with us? Because we love Double Life of Veronique and Red so much. And she did. She was amazing.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting about Irene is that as I get older and we get more practice, you realize more things. You realize that, this film works because the actor at the center of this has such a purity in their soul. It's a film captures soul, really. And it's her soul that you're watching and you're so moved by. She was my favorite actress growing up. I never thought that we would spend time with her that way, but spending time with her is like watching the movie. Yeah, there's no gap. Have you seen this film, Afterlife?
Wait, yes. Yes, I have seen this. Have you seen it?
Yeah. We've never talked about this. Okay, yeah. So this is Afterlife, right? And I actually think this is very relevant for our work, which is funny that we haven't talked about it, because
it's such an interesting way of talking about the metaphysical.
Right. Without or the science fiction, without any bells or whistles.
No, and very grounded in the mundane, but not in a quirky way.
No, and using metaphor. Sometimes I think maybe the Afterlife really will be like a late 90s version of some building, it. Yeah.
It was special.
When did you see this?
I just saw it on the Criterion channel, at my house alone. I love discovering something that you can't believe you don't know.
Yeah.
That feeling of being like, I can't believe I didn't know this piece of art existed. It's such a delicious feeling.
Oh, man. So Britt and I are working on a couple new projects in our garden of ideas. And Britt was like, oh, you have to watch Drive My Car.
It left such an impression on me. I don't know what it is exactly. I don't know if it's that I love stories of unexpected friendships that are not love affairs, but these like this relationship between this man and this girl who becomes his driver. They do something for each other that nobody else in their lives can do for them. And it happens out of this casual relationship of her just driving him around. Also, this movie's an amazing meditation on storytelling and the art of storytelling, because everyone in it is a storyteller.
Wow.
And they all like charm each other or open each other or move each other by virtue of orally telling each other stories.
When there's that death 20 minutes in,
Oh my God.
for 2 days, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I was like, oh, that's the power of cinema.
This has been amazing. To be honest, I actually didn't know when we started this that we get to take the films away with us. So that's amazingly generous. And thank you for it.